Hong Kong, 1988. Mike Tyson is at the peak of his powers, 22 years old, undisputed heavyweight champion of the world, traveling through Asia as part of a promotional tour organized by his management team. The tour is designed to expand his brand internationally, to show the Asian markets that boxing matters, that Mike Tyson matters, that American sports dominance extends into the brutal world of professional fighting. Tyson doesn't care about any of that. He's here because he was told to be here, because his schedule says Hong Kong today and Tokyo tomorrow, a whirlwind of press conferences and appearances and handshakes with people whose names he won't remember. The promotional tour includes a stop at a film studio in Kowloon, one of the major production facilities where Hong Kong action movies are made. The studio executives wanted Tyson to visit, wanted the photo opportunity, wanted to create some kind of cross-promotion between boxing and martial arts cinema, between real fighting and choreographed action. Tyson agreed because his schedule said to agree, because saying no creates problems his management has to solve. Jackie Chan is filming at the studio that day. He's 34 years old, already a massive star in Asia, not yet the household name in America he'll become a decade later, but known, respected, recognized throughout Hong Kong and Southeast Asia as someone who does something nobody else does. He performs his own stunts, designs his own fight choreography, combines comedy with action in a way that's uniquely his, that requires his specific combination of martial arts skill, physical comedy timing, and complete disregard for his own safety. He's broken almost every bone in his body at some point during filming. Dislocated shoulders, cracked ribs, fractured skull, all in service of making action sequences that look real because they are real, just choreographed and repeated until they work for the camera. The studio executives arrange for Tyson and Jackie Chan to meet on set during a break in filming. They think it'll be good for both of them, good for publicity, good for the photos that will run in magazines and newspapers across Asia showing East meets West. Traditional martial arts meeting modern boxing, cinema meeting sport. Tyson arrives at the soundstage mid-afternoon. He's wearing dark pants, a white shirt with the sleeves rolled up, comfortable clothes for the humid Hong Kong heat. His entourage is with him, his trainer, his manager, a few handlers whose job is to keep him on schedule and out of trouble. They walk through the massive soundstage, past equipment and crew members and elaborate sets built to look like streets and rooftops. Everything is designed to be destroyed, to break in specific ways when bodies crash through them, when fights spill from one location to another in the seamless action sequences that Jackie Chan has perfected over 20 years of filmmaking. Jackie Chan is in the middle of the soundstage, talking with his stunt team, going over the next sequence they're about to film. He's wearing the costume from whatever movie this is, simple clothes designed to move well, to not restrict his acrobatics. He sees Tyson walking toward him, recognizes him immediately. Everyone recognizes Mike Tyson. The studio executives make introductions. Tyson and Jackie Chan shake hands. The handshake is firm on both sides, not competitive, just the natural grip of two men who use their hands professionally, who understand the importance of hand strength in their respective crafts. Jackie Chan's English is good, heavily accented but clear, understandable. Tyson's voice is that high-pitched tone that always surprises people who expect something deeper. They make small talk for a moment. The executives are positioning photographers, making sure the lighting is right, making sure this moment gets captured properly. Jackie Chan asks Tyson about his training, about preparing for fights, about the mental aspect of knowing you're going to step into a ring with someone trying to hurt you. Tyson answers briefly, not rudely, but not expansively, giving the minimum required for politeness. Then Jackie Chan says something that changes the energy. He says it casually, not confrontationally, just making an observation. "You know, Mike, what you do and what I do, they look similar but they're very different. I don't fight like you." Tyson doesn't respond immediately, just looks at Jackie Chan, waiting for him to continue, to explain what he means. The executives and handlers sense something shifting, the scripted nature of this meeting becoming something unplanned. Jackie Chan continues, "In your world boxing, it's about dominance, about hurting the other person more than they hurt you, about proving you're stronger, tougher, more skilled. Winner takes everything, loser takes damage." He pauses, gestures around the soundstage, at the elaborate sets, at his stunt team waiting nearby. In my world, it's about cooperation, about making both people look good, about creating something together that neither of us could create alone. My fight scenes work because everyone involved is trying to make everyone else look incredible. If I hurt my stunt partner, I fail. If he gets injured, we all fail. Success means everyone goes home healthy with something beautiful captured on film. Tyson still doesn't respond. His face is neutral, that carefully blank expression he's perfected over years of press conferences and interviews. But he's listening. Really listening. Not just waiting for his turn to talk, but actually absorbing what Jackie Chan is saying. Jackie Chan keeps going, speaking with the passion of someone who's thought about this deeply, who's built an entire career on a philosophy that runs counter to everything combat sports represent. When I choreograph a fight, I'm thinking about rhythm, about comedy, about how to make violence entertaining without making it cruel. I'm thinking about how to show skill without showing dominance, how to create conflict that resolves into mutual respect rather than one person destroying another. Your fights end with someone on the ground, unconscious or beaten. My fights end with both people bowing to each other, acknowledging the dance we just performed together. One of Tyson's handlers starts to interject, starts to say something defensive about boxing, but Tyson raises one hand slightly, stopping him. The gesture is small, but everyone sees it. Tyson wants to hear this, wants to understand what Jackie Chan is saying. Jackie Chan notices the gesture, appreciates it, continues. I've watched your fights, Mike. You're incredible. The speed, the power, the way you break people down, it's like watching a natural disaster. Unstoppable, terrifying, but it's also lonely, isn't it? You against everyone else, trust no one. Hurt them before they hurt you, win or lose. No middle ground, no cooperation. He gestures to his stunt team again. These men, I've worked with some of them for 15 years. We've bled together, broken bones together, created hundreds of fights together. They make me look good. I make them look good. We succeed together or we fail together. There's no individual victory in what I do, only collective achievement. The soundstage is quiet now. Crew members who were moving equipment have stopped, sensing something important happening. This conversation between two men from completely different worlds, finding common ground in their mutual understanding of what it means to dedicate your life to controlled violence. Jackie Chan says, softer now, more personal, I'm not saying what I do is better than what you do. They're different. They serve different purposes. You fight for real. I fight for cameras. You prove something true about yourself every time you step in that ring. I create illusions, beautiful illusions, but illusions nonetheless. But I want you to understand that not everyone who fights is trying to dominate. Some of us are trying to collaborate. Some of us believe that the highest form of combat is when both people elevate each other. Tyson finally speaks. His voice is quiet, thoughtful. He says, "Show me." Jackie Chan looks surprised. "Show you what?" Tyson says, "Show me what you mean. Show me a fight that makes both people look good." Jackie Chan thinks for a moment, then nods. He turns to his stunt team, speaks in rapid Cantonese. One of them, a compact man in his 30s with the build of a career martial artist, steps forward. Jackie Chan explains something to him. They discuss briefly. Then both men move to an empty area of the soundstage. Jackie Chan says to Tyson, "Watch this. We're going to do a short sequence. 30 seconds. You'll see what I mean about cooperation." What follows is 30 seconds of choreographed combat that looks completely real, completely spontaneous, but is actually the product of years of training and trust. Jackie Chan and his partner move through a sequence of attacks, blocks, counters, and reversals that flow like water, each movement setting up the next, each man's action making the other man's reaction look skilled and powerful. Punches miss by inches, kicks stop millimeters from contact. Throws and takedowns are performed with perfect control, the falling man protected by the throwing man's positioning. Everyone safe, everyone looking dangerous. They finish the sequence and separate, both breathing slightly hard, but both smiling. The stunt coordinator calls out corrections in Cantonese, small adjustments to timing and positioning, but the fundamental sequence is there. It works. It's beautiful, in the way that only perfectly executed choreography can be beautiful. Tyson has watched the entire thing in silence. His expression hasn't changed, but something in his eyes has. some recognition of something he's never considered before. When Jackie Chan walks back over, Tyson says, "You trust him completely." Jackie Chan says, "With my life, literally with my life. If he makes a mistake during that sequence, I get hurt. If I make a mistake, he gets hurt. We've done it 1,000 times, and we'll do it 1,000 more, and we trust each other because we have to. That's the only way it works." Tyson says, "I've never trusted anyone in the ring, never could. The moment you trust someone to not hurt you is the moment they hurt you." Jackie Chan nods. "In your world, yes. In a real fight, trust is weakness, I understand that, but in my world, trust is everything. Without it, none of this is possible. We create violence that looks real because we trust each other enough to get close to real violence without crossing into it." He pauses, then says something that clearly comes from years of thinking about this. "You know what the hardest thing in martial arts is, Mike? It's not hurting someone. Any person with basic training can hurt another person. The hardest thing is having the skill to hurt someone and choosing not to. Having the control to stop 1 inch away. Having the trust to let someone throw a real punch at your face because you know they'll stop before impact. That's mastery, not dominance. Control." Tyson is quiet for a long moment. The photographers have gotten their shots. The executives are satisfied. But Tyson isn't thinking about any of that. He's processing what Jackie Chan said, comparing it to everything he knows, everything he's been taught, everything that's made him the most feared fighter in the world. Jackie Chan looks surprised. "How do you mean?" Tyson says, "I step into the ring knowing I might get hurt, knowing the other guy is trying to hurt me, that's simple. Fear and adrenaline and training take over. But what you do, you have to suppress every survival instinct, every reflex that tells you to protect yourself, because you're trusting someone else to protect you. That's harder. That requires a different kind of strength." Jackie Chan smiles, genuinely pleased by this observation, by this understanding from someone who exists in a completely different world. He says, "I never thought of it that way, but you're right. Every instinct tells you to flinch, to block, to move away from danger. We train ourselves to do the opposite, to move toward danger because we trust our partner to keep us safe." Tyson nods slowly, then he extends his hand again. Jackie Chan takes it. They shake longer than before with more weight behind it, the handshake of two men who started this conversation from completely different perspectives and found unexpected common ground. Tyson says, "I respect what you do. I didn't understand it before. Thought it was just movie fighting. But it's not fake. It's different. Different purpose. Different methods. But the same dedication, the same commitment to being the best at what you do." Jackie Chan says, "And I respect what you do. The courage it takes to step into that ring, to face someone trying to destroy you, and to not just survive, but to win, that's something I could never do. Different worlds, Mike. Different fights, but the same heart." The studio executives are thrilled. This went better than they hoped. The photographers got incredible shots. The moment will be reported in every publication across Asia. But for Tyson and Jackie Chan, the publicity is irrelevant. Something real happened in this conversation. Something neither of them expected. A mutual recognition between two masters who discovered that mastery looks different depending on where you're standing, but feels the same regardless. As Tyson leaves the soundstage, one of his handlers asks him what he thought of the meeting. Tyson says simply, "He showed me something I didn't know, that not all fighting is about winning. Sometimes it's about creating something together. I never thought about it that way before." The handler doesn't understand, thinks Tyson is talking about movie fighting versus real fighting, misses the point entirely. But Tyson isn't talking to him anyway. He's talking to himself, processing the encounter, turning it over in his mind, comparing it to everything he knows about combat and dominance and what it means to be truly skilled. Jackie Chan said, "I don't fight like you." Mike Tyson didn't respond with words. He responded by watching, by learning, by acknowledging that there are different ways to be a master, different ways to dedicate your life to controlled violence, different ways to find meaning in combat. And in that acknowledgement, in that silence where a response might have been defensive or dismissive, Tyson showed something that people rarely see from him: humility, openness, the willingness to learn from someone who does things completely differently. That silence said more than any words could have said that strength comes in many forms, that mastery has many faces, that sometimes the most powerful response is not to fight, but to understand. And understanding in the end is always more valuable than victory.